Attention viewer, you are watching the world's biggest monster truck diecast YouTube channel. This is Monster Jam OCT.
Hello Monster Jam fans, and welcome back to another Monster Jam OC review video. Today we are taking a look at two series of double packs for Spin Master Monster Jam in 2022, and the reason I'm doing this is because I was actually not going to review Series 20 and Series 19. However, Austin Dowger, my friend, did propose the idea of just doing a merge video of the two series since they are mainly just repeat trucks from the previous single line. And, I didn't really want to make a review on them because we have seen these in the past and I didn't think people will watch them. But I'm guessing that if I do them in one review and it's a little bit longer, maybe people will tune in. You never know. It really is a hit or miss with videos. Depends on the trucks in the video. But today we are taking a look at both Series 19 and Series 20. Like I said, a lot of repeat trucks. So we're going to go through it fairly quickly. But there are, I think, 2 or 3 new variations on trucks that are worth talking about. But in Series 19, there is only one new truck as far as a variation goes. So we're going to start today and jump right into the review with this new series. Series 19 first and then Series 20 next. So here's the first pack, Dragonoid Darkest Neo versus the Batman. We have Monster Mutt Husky versus Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And finally, the Gravedigger Boneyard Trucks versus Calavera from the Boneyard Trucks. We're going to start today with the first pack that I mentioned, which is Batman versus the Darkest Neo Bakugan Dragonoid. There's only 3 sets in this series. I'm not sure why they cut the 4th set out. I don't know if there was a planned 4th set, but this is what we got. We got 3 sets out of usually 4 that we usually get. So let's unbox this first pack and check them out. So this first set here is definitely a direct repeat of the original singles packs trucks. Nothing new as far as variations that I can find in here. This is the Bakugan Dragonoid that we received in the 2021 line with the wheelie bars. So here it is once more with the black wings, the transparent green insert area, the arm in purple, gray, and black, the black body with purple detailing, green windshield, green eyes, green rims, black roll cage, and gray chassis. So there it is. Like I said, we're going through them fairly quickly just because these are actual repeats. There's nothing new about them. So there's the first one, the Bakugan Dragonoid, and next up is the Batman. So Batman also a direct repeat with the yellow roll cage and gray chassis, as well as the gray rims and black tires. And here's that pretty cool Batman body. I do like Batman a lot in the Spin Master form. I can't wait to review the Justice League 5-pack if I get one from Spin Master, hopefully soon, because it is in an exclusive set, and I still really love their new casting they gave it. But like I've mentioned, this is just a direct repeat of past Batman. I can't remember what year it came out looking like this. I think it was probably last year or the year before. And next up is the Boneyard Trucks set here, the double pack with Gravedigger and Calavera. And this is really a pack that I don't find many collectors buying, maybe for kids, but it might be a different story. But I don't think this one is as big as others that you'll see in this set review. So here we go with the Boneyard Trucks, Gravedigger, and Calavera. All right, so here they are, Gravedigger and Calavera. So we're going to start with Gravedigger because we have seen this a million times over. Obviously, it was released in the singles packs. I believe it was during 2020. It's hard to remember now. The years are flying by. We're about to be in our 4th year of Spin Master Monster Jam. But this is Gravedigger, the Boneyard Trucks edition with that Boneyard Trucks roll cage in the beige color, black chassis, beige color rims, and black tires with the exact same Gravedigger body that we've seen before. So there is absolutely nothing different about this. We also saw it in the 12-pack. We have probably seen it somewhere else. I feel like I've seen it so many times recently. But here it is again, the Boneyard Trucks roll cage edition of Gravedigger. If you haven't found one yet, here's your final chance. Hopefully they won't be repeating this again. I just don't think it was a big seller. So that might be why they're re-releasing it in doubles, just to get the extra stock out of the warehouse. And next up also we have is Calavera. This one is actually different. So this is actually really cool because it is different than the original release. I can't recall what the original release had for a chassis color, but I know it wasn't the magenta. So the magenta insert piece for the chassis is new. The roll cage is the same. It is the beige Boneyard Trucks roll cage as it debuted with back in 2020. and they gave it black rims, which originally were magenta, just like this color that you're seeing in the chassis. So they gave it black rims. I think it looks really good with this entire chassis setup. No complaints. I actually really like this truck, and I think if you don't have a Calavera, it's probably worth buying this pack because we have not seen another issue of it yet. So there is another chance to get Calavera, this time with the magenta chassis, Boneyard trucks, roll cage, and the black rims. And finally, the last truck set of Series 19 are the dogs. It is Monster Mutt Husky versus Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Let's unbox them. So here we go with the two dog trucks. These are actually one of these is a repeat, and one of these is, I think this is a new setup here. So we'll talk about Husky last. Let's talk about Rottweiler first. Rottweiler is using the exact same chassis and rims and everything that it had in 2019 when they debuted it with the new ear casting, the ears down. As you can see, I think this is still one of their best truck releases yet because it is accurate to how the truck originally debuted with the new 3D body. No complaints on them re-releasing this. I think it's pretty cool. I didn't see many of these in stores when the original series set was released. For the singles, I can't remember what series it was, but I know that it was in 2021. You can see the BKT printed tires, the gold beadlocks over black rims, black roll cage, and gray chassis. So here's another chance if you missed Rottweiler originally or you didn't pick it up. Here's another chance to get it with the Husky included. So there is Monster Mutt Rottweiler, just an awesome truck. I love the ears. The stance of this truck is just awesome. So there is Monster Mutt Rottweiler, and we have Monster Mutt Husky with a completely new roll cage and rim setup that we have not seen before. Blue roll cage over a gray chassis, blue rims, and BKT printed tires to match the Rottweiler. Then we have the Husky standard setup here with the Monster Mutt Husky body, the ears, and the giant bushy tail. And Monster Mutt Husky is still my favorite new 3D casting Monster Mutt that they've made up in the new line. So there it is, Monster Mutt Husky and Monster Mutt Rottweiler, the 2-pack, and the final new set of Series 19. Let's check out Series 20. All right, moving right along to Series 20. Here is the first pack of this set. We have Monster Mutt Poodle versus Scooby-Doo. So these two are obviously some of the more popular dog pound trucks here. And then we have the Megalodon with a new chassis and rim setup and tires versus Batman yet again. I have no idea why they released Batman 2 sets in a row because they're both the singles variations, but Batman yet again. We have Gravedigger, Sheer Madness, and Odd Choice versus Raising Cane. And the final set here is the one we're going to spend a lot of time talking about towards the end. We have the Showtime Trucks Chase Beast El Toro Loco, and I will share my opinion on this, versus a brand new Son of a Digger with grill printing. This is the main focus of this pack, but also this. So we're going to come to this last. We're going to start with the first pack I mentioned, which is that Monster Mutt Poodle versus Scooby-Doo pack. Let's unbox it and check it out. Okay, so the two dog pound trucks we had just a second ago, Rottweiler versus Husky. Now we have Poodle versus Scooby-Doo. Why they didn't use Dalmatian or Monster Mutt is beyond me. I guess they just wanted to use the extra Scooby-Doos that they had because this is one of the trucks from, I believe it was Mix 11. There were a lot of these left on the shelves, so I guess they're just reusing the ones that they had left over. So let's talk about Scooby-Doo. Same thing as always. This casting is pretty awesome. But we have seen it a lot lately, so there are no differences to the truck from previous releases. The tail is still the curly tail. People have asked for the actual competition tail, but they haven't really put the effort into making a new one. And I guess with Scooby-Doo not being run as much, there's not really a big draw to do so. So they're just using the regular Scooby-Doo, same casting that they have been. Same brown rims, gray chassis, and black roll cage as the original release of this truck in singles packs, and that's basically it for the Scooby-Doo. And then we have the Monster Mutt Poodle, which doesn't have much of an update, but there is a slight thing that I want to mention just in a second as I talk about the roll cage first. We have the same magenta roll cage and magenta rims as previous releases. The chrome chassis is still there. As you can tell, they are using the original units because they don't really use these chrome chassis anymore. We have the standard Poodle body. Nothing has changed on it. Same exact setup as previous releases of Poodle with the giant ear and top of the head fur insert and the Poodle tail. I really do like this truck, and many people make fun of it, but I think it was a really unique idea when it first was announced in 2020. But the difference about this one is, from the original release, is that they made the windshield much more transparent. So the original release had an opaque windshield. You couldn't really see through it at all. This time the pink is far more transparent. You can actually see through into the driver's seat. So that's the only difference. Variation collectors probably won't even pick this up. Honestly, there's not much of a difference here. So there is Monster Mutt Poodle versus the Scooby-Doo. So if you guys missed out on either of these, here's a great chance to pick them both up in Series 20. And next up is the Gravedigger Sheer Madness versus the Raising Cane. Let's just unbox it. All right, so these two trucks, I have no idea why they packed them together. I don't even know if they're going for themes at this point as far as packing specific trucks in the same set, but here are the two trucks. We have Sheer Madness Gravedigger from 2021. This debuted during the wheelie bar era, and it was the first of, I believe, 5 of the clear body trucks to be released by Spin Master using the plastic body and metal chassis. The same thing applies for its original release to now. The roll cage is green. The chassis is a brushed metal, actual metal, because it is a plastic body to offset the weight. The only difference that they made was that they actually gave it pure white rims. The previous release had a blue toned white color. So this is actually a pure white rim release of this Gravedigger. But besides that, there is the exact same thing going on that we had last time. And you can see that clear body. Not the best effect on this one. Some of them are more transparent than others, but it is clear. You can kind of see through it there. If I hold it up, you can see the Gravedigger decals on my finger through the top. So there is Sheer Madness Gravedigger. If you missed it, here's another chance on this one. And we have the Raising Cane. Odd choice, but you know what? I'll take it. I think Raising Cane's an awesome release, and it's always nice to get it. So same exact release as previous singles packs had. I can't remember what series it was in, but here it is yet again with the same decal setup. Blue roll cage, obviously, and blue rims with a chrome chassis. So there it is. Moving on to the next pack, it is Megalodon versus our second Batman in a row. In 2 series, we've had 2 Batmans. This was the original Batman release from, I believe it was either 2019 or 2020. And here it is again in this pack with Megalodon. Okay, and here they are, Megalodon versus the Batman. Let's get Batman out of the way because we just talked about it. It's the same exact body, so here's a quick look at that. Same body as last time, this time using the classic black roll cage with black chassis, yellow rims, and black tires. I've loved this Batman specifically, this entire setup since the first time it got released. It's nice to see it again. However, I do not agree with them releasing 2 Batmans in a row. I don't see the major appeal between the two. I think if you release Superman again, or even Joker, I think that would have been much better, or packed Joker with Batman. And Megalodon is a brand new setup here for the chassis and the rims and tires. We have not seen this color combo before. We have a blue roll cage with blue tires, a gray chassis, and turquoise or aqua color rims for this release. I really like the color on the rims, and then the standard Megalodon body. So this is a really cool truck, very flashy colors, and I guess if you pack it with Batman, if you're a little kid, I think this is a big appeal, but for collectors, not really the biggest game changer here. And now let's get into the big pack of this review. I think of this entire 2-set review, this one's the most controversial, I would say. And this is because of the collectors. It's because of this truck here. I've had a lot of questions as to why they did this. So let's unbox it and get into this discussion that we're gonna have about this pack. This is really giving me some trouble here. I'm surprised. Let me get that out of the way first. Okay, here they are, the most difficult to unbox as well. El Toro Loco versus Son of a Digger. We're going to talk a lot about Son of a Digger, but I want to start with this because this is something, I had a lot of questions when this first got announced on shelves. Why did they release a chase piece in the doubles packs? I don't know. I honestly don't have an answer. It just might be because they overproduced them. I really do not know why they released this chase piece again. This is not something I agree with as far as a collector goes because obviously the chase pieces hold more value than the regular trucks, whether that's $1 more or $20 or $50 more. But releasing it again in doubles packs completely diminishes the value of the original release of the truck as a chase piece. So this is a direct copy. It's the exact same truck. This is the exact same unit that we saw in the singles packs for the release of the Showtime trucks in 2021. And here it is again in the doubles packs. You can see it has the black roll cage with the gray chassis, orange painted shocks, and chrome headers with the dark red-orange rims, BKT printed tires, and the black body. So as far as why they did this, I would chalk it up to the overproduction of this unit, but as far as them releasing it again, I don't agree with it. So please don't blame me for it, because I actually did get a couple people asking if I was suggesting them to release chase pieces again. The answer is no. I would prefer them not to do this, but nonetheless, in Series 20, we did get a re-release and a reissue of the chase piece El Toro Loco from Showtime Trucks. So if you missed out on it, I guess this is a big opportunity to pick it up. But if you guys have a bunch of these laying around and hoping they were going to gain value as a singles packs release, unfortunately, it looks like this is going back down to its original shelf value permanently, because I don't find these to be anywhere near the other chase pieces now in terms of value because of this release. So there's El Toro Loco. Things happen and they change things up sometimes, and this is an instance of that happening. So there's your answer on that. And here's the little review of Showtime Trucks El Toro Loco from Series 20. And finally, the last new truck of this review is the Son of a Digger, and it is new, in fact, because we have not received a Son of a Digger with the full grill wrap printing until now on the metal body. We did receive a Sheer Madness edition and a special edition, I believe, of Son of a Digger with the grill printing, but never a normal metal body release. And this is the first time we're seeing it. So it looks great. I'm so glad they're finally doing it on most units. We did not see it on most units this year, but it's nice to see it now and then getting finally mixed in through the production. And there it is for the first time on a metal body with the full grill wrap. It looks so much better. I gotta be very honest, because the real truck obviously looks like this. It looks much, much better. So thank you again to Jordan at the design team for allowing me to give feedback that actually gets the trucks looking as realistic as possible. This makes a major, major difference in how Son of a Digger is perceived by the collectors, at least. And you can see the body is the same as usual, the flames and everything. But the roll cage, chassis, and rims are all new as far as Son of a Digger using this color. I'm not sure why they keep using silver on this truck. I mean, I get the grille and the headlight rings are silver, but the silver roll cage never really made sense to me. But here it is yet again on this release with a dark purple chassis. This is like the darkest purple I've seen them use, and dark purple rims with BKT printed tires. And, you know, I think it's to match the Showtime truck. But this Son of a Digger, no complaints at all, because this is a great body swap opportunity until we receive a normal edition, which I'm sure is in the pipeline at some point. But yeah, the grill printing looks amazing. Thank you again to them for doing it. And that will actually wrap up this review of Series 19 and Series 20 double packs for Spin Master Monstrum of 2022. This year did not go as planned. I thought the doubles packs were going to be filled with new trucks because we have the opportunity to do so. But it looks like a lot of repeats are on their way out, and that's just how it went. So hopefully next year, they will return to one at least new truck per pack instead of doing direct repeats. I think it doesn't help at all to do that. But I guess this year they had a lot of extra stock, because looking at some of these trucks, you can see what the extra stock were. The Batman, and so on. So I guess that's what's going on here. I hope next year they return to at least one new variation or one new truck per pack. I think it would benefit the collectors and the younger audiences in tandem. So thank you again for watching. That's my opinion. I want to hear your guys' opinions in the comments below, especially about chase pieces being released again. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Ryan or Monstrum OCD, signing out.